My journey this year with service learning. So this year I have been involved in 6 service learning activities. I've been involved in Hoops, Service Learning Council, SASI, SPCA, ARC, and Tiger Kloof Retreat. The following are some of the reasons as to why I have been a part of PAWS for the last 2 years. Um, Most importantly, I enjoy socializing animals to give them a stronger chance of adoption, and I enjoy working with animals as I like to give them a voice, as they cannot speak for themselves and are defenseless and need humans to speak for them. And I am very passionate about working with animals and caring for them because they are affectionate and appreciate everything you do for them. Some goals for me this year, which I've achieved, is being able to care for the abused and abandoned in a safe manner, as I have been researching and asking the manager of ways that I can approach animals who have been abused so they are not scared of me and so I can build up friendship with them. And my goals have been to socialize animals to allow for a stronger chance of adoption. And I think I have been successful at socializing animals because what I do when I go to SPCA is I work my way around each enclosure with dogs and cats. So I'm equally working with all of the animals to ensure that they get some socializing by me. Some of my challenges this year, which I have also achieved, is seeing and working with animals that are abused and hurt and have physical injuries because it just breaks my heart to see them defenseless and hurt because there was nothing they could do to prevent it. The barking and the noise that the dogs create for me is quite and it's difficult to be able to concentrate and to work with the barking noise because it is so loud. But I just have to try and work with it, and I've had it really difficult working with dogs who appear sad and disturbed because it just um, it's sad for me to see them hurt and frightened, but I have to um, approach them with care to try and get them to trust me. So I joined ARC um, in 2012 and I did it for 2 semesters. So I did ARC in grade 9 and I really enjoyed it. As you can see from the photographs, one of the projects that we were doing, which is here, was renovating and doing a duck pond so ARC could get in ducks to their property. I joined SPCA at the start of this year, and I've been doing it for 2 semesters now. SPCA is a MIDRAD, and it stands for the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. And every Wednesday afternoon, a group of maybe 10 to 15 students attend SPCA from 1:30, and then they can catch the 4:30 bus home. Um, in the photograph at the right hand side is the entrance and the location of ARC SPCA, sorry. So some of the needs that SPCA have is that ensuring that animals have have freedom from 6 different things, which includes freedom from fear and distress, freedom from discomfort, and freedom from pain, injury, and disease, which me and my team try to work on. I've I forgot to mention that I was a leader for SPCA, and I really enjoy leading people, as I feel I have the qualities that make a good leader. Um, And some of the things we do when we go to SPCA is help with the daily runnings of the shelter, and um, try to show the cats and dogs that they are cared for, and that we love them. So here's our SPCA team. So with the money that was allocated to our service group, we bought uh, 50 kilos of dog food. So 25 was puppy food, and then the other 25 kilograms was food for older dogs. And we also bought 20 fluffy blankets, which are going to be used for the cats, and we are still waiting for them to be delivered. So here is some photographs of SPCA, and as you can see, on the right hand side, I'm playing with some of the cats. Um, and then the left hand side is showing some students entering the cat enclosures. Here's some. Here is one of the cats that is in one of the enclosures, and this cat, uh, which you can see in the photograph, is the same cat, and we have a cat that looks very similar to this one. In the UK, um, that stays with my gran. Here are some of the dogs of SPCA, so they have a variety of breeds to Huskies and Dalmatians, and they have had Rottweilers, and they have had Alsatians, and some Boxers, as well as Dachshunds, and Jack Russells. And so there is lots of different breeds which are at SPCA. So Hooves is another Civish project which I have also joined, and I am assisting Danielle, the leader, for that. And Hooves is just it's not very far away from the school, and it's just down the road, and they use equine therapy using horses for therapy of those who are disabled, and as well as those with anger management. And they have children and adults from Deep Sleep once every um, once every couple of months to help them um, with their anger management, and they also um, have them there for like a little party kind of thing, just to outreach to the community. So some of the needs of Chumba Shaba includes they're very similar to SPC and art, which includes helping with the daily runnings of the shelter, and cleaning and caring of the horses, as well as walking horses to and from training area, which is my favorite part, as I've never ever walked a horse before, as you could see. Um, and one of the projects that we're doing is the Circle of Courage, which I'm going to explain to you in a minute. Um, so here's a photograph of me and another student with Antonio, and we are rolling out the hay for a path, which is where the horses are walked down to their training arena. Um, so these have been my goals for Hooves, and I've achieved them all. My main one was to understand equine therapy, and how it works as a therapy, and I have this, and I've been able to do this by speaking to the manager and the owner, called Sharon, and watching the therapy taking place. And another important one is I wanted to feel comfortable around big and small horses and not feel frightened. As when I was younger, my auntie had a horse, and I was petrified and really scared of it and fearful, and I've always wanted to overcome that fear. So here is our group photograph. We are a very small group, probably one of the smallest ones. in a service project. So one of the projects that we have been doing at Shumba Shaba, and we have completed, is the Circle of Courage, and what you can see in the left hand side is a wood, which is split into the four parts of the Circle of Courage, as you call it, and originally they were going to be used as a table for people to sit down on, but um, now they are being used as toilet murals. And the four parts of the Circle of Courage is belonging. Um, so basically, in this part, people feel that they are being part of a group and they can feel a sense of community. Then the second segment and part of the Circle of Courage is mastery, um, which means that goals are achieved and people are creative, persistent, competitive, and they accept challenges. Then the third segment is independence. So this is people should be able to demonstrate personal responsibility and should be um, a problem solver, disciplined, confident, assertive, and be able to be a good leader. And then the fourth and the final segment is generosity. Um, so people should be able to contribute positively to others, and this means that they're compassionate, helpful, caring, sharing, supportive, um, and they help with social concerns. Here's a photograph of us looking up quotes that we could put on the Circle of Courage. Um, reflections is a major part of our service project, and I've been able to do 30 reflections this year, which I'm really proud of, and I've been able to earn my gold star, as you can see next to my name, which I am very proud of. Here is my best reflection, and this is probably because of um, it, it's been one of the worst things that I've seen at SPCA, and what it was a dog that came and was injured. It had scars all over its back as it had been beaten, and this was probably the most worst thing I've ever witnessed in my life, because it was just so terrible seeing the poor dog, and he had a face full of compassion and wanted me to help him, and I was just heartbroken at how somebody could do that to somebody, and I feel as if I was able to tell a good story about what my observations were. So another part which I told you I was part of was Sassy and Tiger Kloof, which have occurred this year. And Sassy took place a couple of months ago, and my favorite part of it was meeting some really nice people from Tiger Kloof, which 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 I really enjoyed making new friends, and sometimes it can be a challenge for me making new friends. So I feel proud that I was able to make new friends, of that I was able to make South African friends, as these are probably some of my first South African friends. And most importantly, um, both of these conferences, I learned how I can improve my leadership skills and how I can be a good leader, which I will continue throughout the rest of my high school career and in life. So the major plan for SPCA next year is to develop a plan of what students are going to be doing each week when they go, and this is going to be attained through being with the manager and the workers, so we can design a plan, and the students feel that when they go there, the only thing they're doing is is walking the dogs, and they feel that they want to do more. But unfortunately, after 2 years of SPCA, after 2 years of pause, I am resigning, and I'm gonna join Toboho Trust, as I would quite like a career in computing and working with young children. So that is why I'm saying goodbye to pause. Thank you very much for listening to my